What's going on, guys? It's Clements back on the mic, and today what I've got for you guys is the best SMG to be using inside a Modern Warfare multiplayer and Warzone. The gun that I'm going to be giving you guys the build for is the MP7. This gun is absolutely insane. It's got an incredible fire rate, low recoil. It's fantastic for short to medium range engagements, and also in the gameplay that you're watching right now I am using the MP7 paired with the Skarkov pistol, the latest addition to Modern Warfare's multiplayer, which came out last season I believe towards the end. We're still waiting for the arrival of the CX9 assault rifle, which is meant to be coming out soon I hope, paired with the SOAP operator, which is pretty cool. And also there's a leaked LMG which is meant to be coming out. These two guns were actually ground loot during season, I think it's season 1 or 2, and then they were just randomly added to ground loot, and then they were just randomly taken away with no mention of it whatsoever by Infinity Ward or anybody at Activision. So they're in the game files, they're literally ready to be used, but we're just waiting on Activision to press that big red shiny button to release these things into the Warzone universe, I suppose. When that will happen we don't know. Maybe towards the end of this season they will drop either the CX9 or the new LMG, because last season towards the end they did drop the Skarkov pistol. I think it was last season or maybe season 2. We have no clue, we have no acknowledgement by anybody what's going on with these guns. There's so much unreleased content for Modern Warfare, it's unbelievable. I believe there was a season 7 plan for Modern Warfare, and I love Modern Warfare, it's so good, it's so much better than Cold War in my opinion. As you can see in the gameplay as well, the Skarkov pistol is just insane. It's super fast, at least with my build that I use for it. So if you guys are interested in that video, go ahead and let me know and I'll make a class setup for the Skarkov pistol. But I use a Skarkov in pretty much any game, search and destroy, S&D, team deathmatch, just because it allows me to run Ghost and it's a great secondary option. So without further ado guys, let's jump straight into the MP7 build that I have for you guys today. Okay, so starting off with the muzzle, we are starting off with the monolithic suppressor. Obviously this gives us sound suppression and extra damage range. Does give us a slight ADS penalty, but later on in the video I will be placing on attachments that will combat some of the cons of the barrel, the muzzle, etc. For the barrel, I'm going to be running the FSS Recon barrel, which gives us even more damage range, some added recoil control, and some added bullet velocity. So with this barrel being the longest, this is the one that's going to allow us to engage in them further away engagements at sort of medium range. Obviously this is an SMG, so we're not going to be using it to beam people inside a Warzone or whatever, but just so we can engage in pretty much every engagement inside a multiplayer, we're going to be running this barrel. For the underbarrel, we're going to be running the Commando foregrip for added recoil stabilisation and some aiming stability. This is the best underbarrel by far on every gun really in Modern Warfare, just because it gives you no ADS penalty. Sometimes I like to use the Ranger for guns that need that little bit more extra recoil control, that like kick really bad. But yeah, so this does take away a little bit of movement speed, but that's fine because we are going to be running the no stock. So the no stock on MP7 is brilliant. It gives us added movement speed, which fights the con of the Commando, and it also gives us some aim down sight speed, giving us maximum mobility with this thing. It does take away some aiming stability, but that's fine because we're going to be ADSing really quick with this thing. We're not really going to be pre-aiming any corners or anything with it. The aim down sight speed on this gun, or at least on this build, is really quick, so we don't have to worry about that. And it does take away some recoil control, which at first you might think, oh no, but that's absolutely fine because we have the barrel for recoil control and we also have the Commando for stabilisation. And for the fifth and final attachment for today's MP7 build, we are running the stipple grip tape as the rear grip. Using this gives us even more ADS speed, and it also gives us some sprint to fire speed, which is very important with an SMG because you're going to be running around with this thing. You want to be able to stop and shoot as fast as possible. It does take away a little bit of aiming stability, but like I've said, that is not a problem because I'm going to be running around with this thing, stopping, ADSing, shooting, running around again, stopping, aiming, shooting. We're not going to be camping. We're not going to be pre-aiming corners, pre-aiming windows. We don't have to worry about that whatsoever, at least with this build. If you're a camper, then this build is not for you, and also you should go fuck yourself. So there you have it guys, that is today's MP7 class setup to use inside of Warzone and Modern Warfare multiplayer. I did kind of base it around multiplayer a little bit more just because I use this inside a multiplayer, but I would also use this class setup in Warzone. The only difference would be maybe the magazine size. I would trade the stipple grip tape for the 50 or 60 round magazine. So yeah, the MP7 is just an all-round really great gun. I don't see many people using it anymore ever since the Cold War integration. Obviously, Modern Warfare guns do end up getting a little bit, I don't know, just sort of pushed away, sort of forgotten about. But nonetheless, it's a great gun. Give it a go, guys, and yeah. So if you did find today's video helpful in any way, shape or form, drop a like, subscribe, let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Take care.